The Blackwood is Western Australia's longest continuously flowing river, winding for hundreds of kilometres through remote forest and bushlands in the state's southwest. It's not a place I thought I'd ever get the chance to explore, with all my long distance adventures so far being on foot or bike. But when my mate Tyson raised the idea of a spontaneous paddleboarding trip along the river, I couldn't turn it down, even despite a serious lack of experience and time to prepare. Our plan was to paddle from the small inland town of Nannup and finish at the river's mouth in Augusta. We hoped to reach Augusta in just 3 days, camping along the river's edge as we went and only bringing along what we could fit on our boards. We really had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, and not long after starting, I realised that this would be one of my toughest adventures yet. This is our journey on the Blackwood River.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever bloody done.
G'day guys, I'm doing a bit of a unique adventure today. What should I say, over the next few days? I'm here with my man Tyson.
What's going on?
And as you can see, we're pumping, we're pumped, we're paddling. We're currently here in Nannup in Western Australia's southwest. And we're going to paddle 150 kilometres to the open ocean where the river mouth of the Blackwood River is in Augusta. So neither of us have really paddled at all before. 150 kilometres is a bit of a step up. We have no idea how it's going to go, but we're going to take you along for the ride. All right, we're loaded. We're ready to go. Be kind to us, Blackwood River. Be kind. Me and Tyson came into the paddle overconfident and underprepared. Based on a couple hour-long paddles the previous week, we assumed we could easily hit 50 kilometers a day. We also assumed that the length of river we'd be paddling was a maximum of 150 kilometers long. Both of those assumptions turned out to be wildly incorrect, but we'll get to that later. Our paddle started off slower than expected, with fallen trees and other debris constantly blocking our path. Despite that though, we were excited to see where the river would take us over the next few days. So it's been a very eventful first kilometre. We're having to get off the boards a ton with all of these logs in the way. Hopefully we'll get some more clear river in the next sort of 10-20 kilometres and we'll be able to move a bit faster.
Push off that log, but it wasn't started.
Hey! This is what we're dealing with. Logs, logs, and more logs. Fun. Tyson and I had barely learnt how to stand up on our paddleboards, let alone traverse these kind of obstacles efficiently. We had a lot to learn over the next few days, but that was all part of the adventure and something that we were looking forward to. We're actually stand-up paddleboarding for the first time today. We've got like a couple hundred meters of clear water. We've just been bloody getting off the board, climbing over logs, climbing under logs the whole way so far. We've only done like 2 or 3 Ks, so it's been slow going, but we're just saying how much fun it is to sort of get out and zigzag our way down the river. Just come across this old remnants of a bridge from 50, 80, 100 years ago, who knows. There was train tracks all through this area. Kind of cool to just come across this stuff. Wouldn't see it if you weren't paddling the river, so can't wait to see what else we kind of find over the next 100 Ks or so. We've paddled about 10 kilometers so far. It's definitely been a lot slower than we were hoping for at the start. As you saw, lots of logs, lots of having to get off the board, but it's opened up real nicely at the moment. Tyson's just got the drone up and we're definitely moving a bit quicker. I think we'll probably only get 20-25 kilometers in today on day one, and obviously we've got somewhere in the range of 120 to 150 kilometers to do, so we're gonna have a big couple of days coming up, that's for sure. This is a bloody cool adventure, so pretty stoked to head that way.
I was recording.
Oh, it stopped raining finally. We got absolutely sopping wet and cold. We've almost hit 20 Ks for the day as well. We're aiming to get 25. We'll be happy with that for day one. So that means we're sort of on the lookout for a campsite in the next 5 Ks or so. We've had a couple falls, but you know, getting wet was probably to be expected out here. Alright, we found a camp that's flat enough and relatively soft ground. So we've hauled the boats up, hauled the paddle boards up, and we're gonna quickly set up before the sun sets because it's getting dark and cold. Okay, we've made it in, day one complete. We knocked off about 25.5 kilometers, which we're stoked about, but we've got a long way to go. Just looking at the map and it looks like we haven't even made a dent in in the distance required to get to the river mouth at Augusta. So pretty cool little campsite. There's the river down there, got the fire going, drying off some of the gear. We've got the tents up and we've just cooked dinner and then we're gonna probably hit the sack. That was day one of 3 or 4 or however long it takes us to get there, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for day 2.
That's what my paper going. Yeah, don't know how usable this will become, but it's got to become usable.
Morning of day 2, just started raining, the sun's just come up, and now we've got to lower the boards back down to the river. Tyson's just realised this morning that he's lost his camera tripod at some point during the day yesterday. What else did you lose? Your GoPro lens?
GoPro lens, my GoPro tripod.
GoPro tripod. I lost my water bottle, so things are going really well. We're loving it out here. We started day 2 with hopes for clearer waters than yesterday, but that didn't happen. Stacked it.
Love it.
We didn't film it, but Tyson just went in. Lost his paddle.
I tell you, I'm a hazard waiting to happen.
We were hoping for a fast 40 plus Ks today. This first kilometre took 31 minutes, which might be the slowest kilometre of the whole trip so far. Some of these logs having to navigate just take like 10 minutes to work your way through. It's ridiculous. I love the adventure, but I would like some open water. That'd be awesome. Quick coffee break just before we hit another set of rapids. Weather's been terrible today. We haven't seen the sun at all. So fingers crossed things clear up a bit this afternoon. We can move a bit quicker, be a bit warmer. I think we've done about 10 kilometers so far. So considering how many obstacles there's been and the crappy conditions, we've made some good progress, but we've got a long way to go if we want to hit our goal for the day. For now, coffee, and then we'll keep moving. We were expecting to get wet on our paddle. After all, we were spending over 3 days on the river and there was some rain on the forecast for the weekend. We were also expecting to get a chance to dry off, but at this point on day 2, we hadn't seen the sun in over 24 hours. Despite the tough conditions, our spirits were high and our pace seemed to be increasing as obstacles became less common along the river. 20 kilometers done on day 2. Weather's still crap, but we're moving a lot quicker because there's not as many obstacles, which has been really nice. We'll probably hit 40 Ks today if it keeps up like this, which is okay, but it honestly looks like it's going to be like 200 Ks total to Augusta, which is way more than we predicted. Just so much winding in the river. So we're not sure how many days this is going to take, but definitely longer than the 3 we had planned. And we're just hoping we make it. We've paddled 35 Ks so far, and we've literally just had our first glimpse of sun. I'm gonna point you directly at it. Oh, haven't seen blue sky today, let alone any sun. It's been cold and wet and windy. You don't know how good this bloody feels. Not only that, but the last sort of 10 Ks have been quite quick. We've done a couple of 5 kilometer hours, which is really fast for us. And we're pumping up that average pace, so we're on track for over 40 kilometers today, which was the goal. Day 2 done. We knocked off a marathon on the water today, 42 Ks, which was above our 40K goal. We're stoked with that, and we got in and set up well before sunset as well. We're just cooking dinner at the moment. We've got the tents up, got a fire going, just drying off. Originally, we wanted to finish tomorrow, hey, that was the plan, but it's a lot slower than we expected, and the river's a lot longer than we expected. We're not sure how long's left, but we're definitely going to go into the 4th day. Tomorrow we're hoping to knock out another 50 Ks if we can, which will be our biggest day yet. We're going to start early and just paddle hard. Anyway, we're going to eat and sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Day 3 begins.
We've just started on day 3. Our bodies are hurting. The skies look terrible. The weather forecast is terrible. And we're aiming to do our biggest day yet, hopefully close to 50 kilometers. Should be a fun one today. We'll see how the day goes. Either way, we've got to push on, try and make some good pace, and hope for some clear waters for most of the day. That'll get us to 50 Ks, I think, if we have a clear run at it. So we'll bring you guys along for it. At this point in our journey, we had paddled almost 100 kilometers. Our efficiency at moving through obstacles had greatly increased, and our average pace had almost doubled since day 1. Despite how far we had left to go, our confidence was through the roof. We were moving past fallen trees with ease and paddling down rapids that we would have 100% carried the boards around just 2 days earlier.
Bad idea! Oh no! Oh, nice! Hey? Your fin? Oh. No!
We're going backwards. Jeez. Alrighty, we're just having a morning coffee break, even though we've been paddling for like 5 hours today. Done like 20 odd kilometers. Everything's so much further when you take into account all the winding of the river. It just adds kilometers and kilometers. So yeah, we haven't been dry this morning either. It's raining right now. It's been absolutely pouring. We had thunder and lightning for a bit there as well. Every now and then we get like 5 minutes of sun and we think maybe we'll dry off and it'll be super nice, but then this happens, it rains. Knew that was gonna happen. Finally went over. Crap. Yeah, we're good.
You went over not in the water?
Yes. Oh, that hurt my shoulder coming down. It's alright, it's not broken. I was filming that as well. Just turned it on, that's why I slipped. Alright, let's keep going. Oh yes.
Oh there.
Oh, so fun. 42k is done for the day in about 9 hours of paddling. We did 42k's yesterday in just over 10 hours of paddling, so we've been moving really quick today, which is awesome. We're just going to keep paddling hard. We're going to paddle until we have no light left tonight, and then we're going to get up real early tomorrow. But yeah, we've got a couple more hours left. Quick food break and we'll keep going. Day 3 done. We just hit 50k's and we found this little beach camp. I didn't get it on film unfortunately, but I hit a rock and sent it overboard about 2k's before we finished. So I'm absolutely drenched and it's so cold. So we just got in and built a bonfire real quick. But we're happy with 50k's today. We're not happy with the 70 odd k's we've got left. But we're determined. Our spirits are high, even if our bodies are absolutely cooked. To get in tomorrow. So we're going to start really early, like 5 a.m. or something, and we probably end up finishing after dark, but we're going to get it done. For now, we're going to do our best to dry off here, get some food into us and have an early night. It's a really beautiful spot. We might actually get the drone up if the rain stays away, because it's absolutely stunning. Day 4 begins. We got up at about 4 a.m. this morning, well before the sun came up. We're trying to map out the route on our phones last night for how long we've got left, and it's looking like around 60 kilometers. You would have thought that we would have done all this planning before we left, but we sort of just assumed and winged it, and it ended up being a lot longer than we thought. So we have to finish today. We have no food left. We've got things to get back to tomorrow on Tuesday. So it needs to happen today, and we'll get there even if we get
get in after dark. Let's do it.
That should be everything. Be good to us, river. Easy day. Flow with us the whole way. Day 4 would be our longest day yet, and despite a few obstacles in the first hour of paddling, we knew the river would widen as we progressed towards the river mouth in Augusta. This would mean that the fallen trees and the rapids that had slowed us down the previous few days would be far less common, and hopefully paddling would be a lot faster. There were some other potential challenges though as we headed towards the coast, with ocean swell and winds being a real threat to our pace. 15k's done on day 4. We've just found a little spot to chill. We're just sitting on this underside of a bridge. Still a long way to paddle today, but spirits are high. Oh, the wind is brutal. The wind is slowing our pace by quite a large margin. So we're working just as hard. I mean, we're working harder to travel as fast as we were sort of an hour ago. I love the wide open river, but I hate this wind. Oh, in Struggle Town out here, almost 30k's done on our last day. We've been moving real slow. The wind has been hectic, like against us, which has been really annoying. But we're coming up to Alexander Bridge, which is a big milestone for us. We've run out of food and water, so it's not ideal, obviously. We're both pretty dehydrated, but there should be water access at Alexander Bridge where we're about to get to. So we've been drinking the river water a bit, but it doesn't taste very good. So we're pretty keen to get some fresh water in us. And as far as food goes, we're just gonna have to suck it up. All right, 30k's, let's smash it. We just did 30, we can do it again. Alrighty. $40k's done. We're thinking about 20k's left, which is like 5 hours of paddling. The wind's brutal, so we're not going very fast. And 5 hours from now will be like 9:30 p.m. So we'll be paddling in the dark. I'm not sure how that'll go, but it's just how it's going to be. With night fast approaching and the wind and currents increasing in strength, all we could do was paddle hard. There's something special about the great outdoors. It shows you what you're truly capable of, like nothing else really can. It's raw and wild, there's nowhere to hide. It also has a habit of providing beauty in dark places, like a setting sun amongst a storm. Oh yeah, it's raining, it's windy, it's wavy, and it's about to be completely dark. We love it. We absolutely love the adventure. Come on. Might try dragging. I can't move. We spent the last couple hours of our paddle fighting the wind and waves, dragging our boards along the riverbank, and finally making it into our finish point in Augusta. It was an incredible journey along the Blackwood River.
Bloody storms rolled over Augusta as we're finishing. Walking's apparently faster. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever bloody done. Ah.